and welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how I do a Jinx makeup from the League of Legends show Arcane. To start off, I'm just showing off these gorgeous lenses. These are Premier Blue ones from Oh My Kitty that I'll link down in the description. So to give myself a blank canvas base, I like to glue my eyebrows down. I do this with a lot of my makeups where there's like a more extreme character or more extreme expressions, because it just allows me a more blank canvas to start. After a few generous layers of glue, we go with some powder just to fill in any gaps that are left between the hairs. I'm then going to prime my face before applying my liquid foundation. Priming is a very important step, always make sure you do it, because it just allows your face to have a really nice texture for your foundation and the rest of your products to go on to. Once I finish my foundation, I then go in with some cream contour. This is more so just a foundation for me to see where I want to add more extreme contouring later, as I will be adding powder contour, but this just sort of marks out the main places I want to focus on. Same goes around for the nose, as you see me blending out with my finger now. I will go in and clean this all up later with my powder. As is always a really important step with contour, I'm going in with just some highlighter now. I'm adding this onto all my important areas that I want to look more pronounced, such as under my eyes and my nose. And again, this sort of just fills in any creases left from the foundation as well. As long as you use a really nice sponge, you'll fill in any sort of gaps left. Once my layer of highlighter is on, I then go back in with my cream contour in order to just clear it all up, and then we move on to the fun part. With Jinx specifically, I like to use grease paint to contour. Because the show has a really strongly hand-painted style, by using grease paint you can create some really interesting textures that you can easily move around your face using either a brush, as you can see here, or your finger. So I go in with a warmer brown-red mix that I've made, and this just allows for that like really warm colour that Jinx has in her contour. Here you can see I'm shaping up my nose, just slowly building it up with both the brush and then my finger, and blending it up to the top of my eye as well. Some of the most pronounced features in the Arcane characters are their nose and their eyes, so I like to take a lot of time with shaping these areas, as you can see here. I continue to blend this contouring out under my nostrils as well, just to tie it all in and make it all look like a nice seamless makeup that, you know, looks part of my face and isn't just makeup slapped on there. I then seal it all with my very nice powdering face. I apply a translucent powder all over. This just seals in the grease paint and also my foundation beneath before I move on to my powder contour. As you can see here, I'm applying some really light, it's basically white powder. I do this around and under my eyes. This just adds that really flat canvas look, and again just makes the makeup look like a painted piece. Because the show has such a strong painted aesthetic, I really try to keep as many brush strokes in the makeup as possible, which you can see more so here around the chin and under my eyes. A fun little detail I like to add to my Jinx is that little indent in the chin there. This just adds to that sort of cutesy look that she has, but also shapes the face a bit more. I then move on to some more powder contour. I clean up the cream contour I did by adding some darker shading just around my eyes and my cheeks before adding more of that white powder around the areas that I want more highlighted and more obvious. I then move on to the eye makeup. Here I'm just adding a lot of shadow to the corners of my eyes. Again, I want them to look really animated, so I'm not afraid to go in with the more darker extreme colours. I blend that all out with a variety of shades using a really nice natural coloured eyeshadow kit before bringing that darker colour under my eyes again, just to open them up and make them look a lot bigger and brighter and more animated. After that, I'm going in with my liquid eyeliner. I use a really pitch black one to match the outsides of these lenses, because again I want it all to look like one look. I want to look like if I had one artist drawing me. So I take that liquid eyeliner and I just add a really nice line on the top of my eyes and just underneath before blending that out with some black eyeshadow, just to drag it all in together, you know, and make it all look like one piece. To once again open up my eyes, I'm just adding a layer of white eyeliner there before putting on some mascara. I've got the word for mascara. That's good. Once again, we're shaping that nose. I'm adding some warm colour highlighting powder once again, just to give that like almost button nose that Jinx has. And then also a gin break, because gin breaks are very important when you're working on a makeup like this. Love and life. Here I'm just adding some blusher to add a bit more colour and variation to the face and the makeup before we move on to eyebrows. I use a really sharp angled brush that has seen through so many cosplays of mine, as you can see by the state of the end of the brush. I use this like flat sharp brush because it allows me so much control in how shaped I make my eyebrows. So you can see here, this is where it was really helpful for me to glue my eyebrows down, because I could really bring them up the face. Once again, I'm cleaning up my contour, just adding a little bit more powder around my jaw and around my cheekbones before I go in with grease paint one more time, just to add some highlights. Again, this is just to accentuate that painted look in the makeup. And then we move on to one of my favourite parts of any character makeup, if you can't tell, freckles. You can see my way that I do this here. I literally use a really wet brush with product on and then use my fingers to dab it out. This just allows me a lot of control. Accentuating my eyes further, I add a bit more powder around them and also the top of my lip, just to tie it all in together and blend it out into the powder I already applied beneath the rest of the makeup. And then lips. Lips can change a whole makeup look. It can just make it look so different. I use a really nice like dark maroony pencil. I do use pencil for most of it because I just find it allows me a lot more control than like a liquid lipstick. So I use a mix of two colours, a darker one for the outside and a lighter pencil for the inside before adding a little bit of gloss just to add that shiny look. Speaking of shiny then, we're going to go on to the highlighter. I add some to the tip of my nose, my cupid's bow, my eyes, my cheeks, and just beneath that brow bone there, as you can see. I'm also going to add some to the bridge of my nose and my chin as well to pull it all together. We're getting there! We're getting there slowly, look at that! It's a thing, it's a makeup! I use some of my face paint just to apply some really rough tattoos before we move on to wig time, baby! Usually with a lace front I would glue down using a Pritt stick my sideburns, but I didn't do that this time, so that's helpful. This gorgeous custom lace front was made by Snowflake Himi on Instagram. I'll link her down in the description. I then glue the sides down and we're all good to go. I absolutely love this look and how extra it is. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and seeing a bit of an insight into this makeup process. And I really can't wait for the next video. I'll see you guys next time. We have some really exciting stuff planned for this channel.